Hey, everybody, and welcome to Eureka Springs channel. You're joining us this Monday. We try to do this every 2 weeks. I don't know what we're doing. Sometimes my special guest is working hard and he's worn out. Some Mondays I've worked all weekend and I'm worn out. So I'm sorry if we're not consistent, but we're just going to get together and have fun every now and then on a Monday. How does that sound? Is that okay? So anyway, welcome to Melodye Mondays, where we dive into music and the lyrics that move us and transform our lives, and goodness, just all around good sounds that we like to listen to, right? So if you guys will hang on, I'm going to bring on my special guest, Mr. Kenny Ray Jackson. Hey, Kenny.
Hey, kiddos.
How's it going?
Today?
Well, we had a
good.
huge weekend here in Eureka Springs, diversity weekend. Lots of wonderful, beautiful people in town. That was fun, right?
Oh my gosh, there was so much going on. There was so much good music and so many wonderful folks here. It was amazing. Yeah, yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of glad those things only happen like 3 or 4 times a year, because I don't know if I could survive if it happened once a month even.
Well, for those of you that are not aware, Kenny Ray, along with his magic duo partner, Mr. Jackson Gibson, are a part of the wonderful little band called the Bad Jacksons, and you can catch them pretty much any weekend here in Eureka Springs. You guys put on quite the show. Love your show. So Kenny, we take turns. Those of you who are not maybe watching us for the first time, each time that we come together, either myself or Kenny will pick a song, and we will take turns picking out our favorite song or something that maybe captured our attention this past week, and we just want to share it with you. So, kind of fun.
It is.
So I think today was
my surprises, right?
We are. I always kind of have to hold my breath when it's your turn to pick one. To be honest with you, I never know what you're going to pick, which is keeping. And you've introduced me to a lot of new songs, and I have you to thank for that.
Well, you have to. You have to, darling. Thank you.
That's
what we're here for, right?
That's right. So this time was my turn, and I think you helped me out by pulling some lyrics for me, right?
Yes, absolutely. I did. So you chose "The Longer I Run" by Peter Bradley Adams, and it's from his 2008 album Leave Taking. This guy, I don't know how I've missed him as a songwriter myself, because I love listening to other people's takes on life. And this guy, what a storyteller he is! And I'll be honest with you, Melody, I listened to this first thing this morning when I woke up, and it kind of started me off on my day a little weepy, because it was kind of rainy outside and gloomy. And
I didn't mean to bring you down.
Oh no! It was a good weepy. I actually kind of needed that. I think it was a nice introspective cup of coffee that I had with this song this morning. So your song, "The Longer I Run" by Peter Bradley Adams, and let's just dive in, shall we?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so here we go. When my blood runs warm with a warm red wine, I miss the life that I left behind. But when I hear the sound of the blackbird's cry, I know I left in the nick of time. Well, this road I'm on is going to turn to sand and leave me lost in a far-off land. So let me ride the wind till I don't look back and forget the life that I almost had. If I wander till I die, may I know whose hand I'm in. If my home I'll never find, and let me live again. The longer I run, then the less that I find, selling my soul for a nickel and a dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes, and losing again. The longer I run, then the less I find, selling my soul for a nickel and a dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes, and losing again. Tell my brother, please, not to look for me. I ain't the man that I used to be. But if my Savior comes, could you let him know I've gone away for to save my soul? If I wander till I die, may I know whose hand I'm in. If my home I'll never find, and let me live again. The longer I run, then the less that I find, selling my soul for a nickel and a dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes and losing again. Whew. Yeah, I can't hear you, darling.
Okay, too heavy
There you
for
go.
a Monday? What do you think?
Oh no, no, this is great.
Okay,
This is
all right.
after a weekend of music. I was ready for this. This was, this was a nice way to start my day, honestly. So
Well,
tell me, why did
you're
you choose this?
well. I think it's just kind of interesting. You know, the whole point of it to me is that uh, we talk a lot. We have an overlying theme, I think, between me and you. We end up picking. I've noticed a little pattern of us. We're both very reflective of
Yes,
choices and reflecting on our lives. And I mean, gosh, isn't that what music does for us anyway? Right? It makes
every
us
time.
every time. It nails it right on the head. It speaks to me of regret and choices, looking back over your life and not having any regrets for the things that you've made your choices over. And then just thinking about, especially that whole line about, making sure that if I wander until I die, may I know whose hand I'm in. I mean, hello. I mean,
Yeah,
how much are we really in control of anything, and whose really hand is all of our lives in? Well, a lot of times we ask that question of ourselves, right? I do.
that's the big
Um,
question. I
it's the
think. I
biggest
mean, in the
question.
end, really.
Yes. And then, the other part of it, that whole line that keeps repeating itself, you know, the longer I run, then the less I find. Because
Yep.
you're always searching for something that you never really get a hold of it. I find myself repeating that over and over again. I'm always seeking for something, and I just keep grabbing for things, or I keep looking to do something better, or I try to improve myself, and I never feel like I quite get there. And then that line about the nickel and the dimes, the nickel and dime, selling my soul for a nickel and dime. Aren't we all just sort of like working to live sometimes, not living to and living to? I'm sorry, living to work, but not really. I mean, that's the whole thing. I feel like that we all of us, are feel overworked. I mean,
Oh
there's so
gosh, yeah.
much expectation nowadays for people. You can see it in our industry here, specifically here in Eureka Springs. I mean, everyone is working so hard, and sometimes you do feel like you're selling your soul for a nickel and a dime. And I don't know
Sure.
about you, but I'm trying to find that boundary now of
That's a toughie right there. Oh my
you
gosh.
know when to say no, and know how to take care of yourself and give yourself a little self-love. And I think this song really made me think about that. You know, and I love the song. I love the part about, when my Savior comes, could you let him know that I've gone away to save my soul? I mean, like, I'm still looking for that. I'm looking for redemption. I'm looking for forgiveness. I'm looking for acceptance. Most of us all battle that our whole lives, looking for that. Some of us find moments of it, and some of us never do. So that's
That's
kind of what the
true.
song. That's the song. What it meant to me. All right, that's my spiel on it. That's a kind of convoluted answer to your question, but it brought out all
you,
those things in me. What did it do to you?
you, well, first of all, like I said, it turned me weepy first thing this morning, just because I can relate to it. This guy's a singer songwriter, and he's been playing this trade for I don't know how long. I don't know when he started, but it's been a while. Um, but when my blood runs warm with the red wine or the warm red wine, I miss the life I left behind. And of course, I mean, we can all relate to that, right? I mean, we have a couple of little drinkies and maybe get reflective and start thinking about things, and then the next thing, when I hear the sound of the blackbirds cry, I know I left in the nick of time. Well, you know, um, sure, we all get those little clues to get out, and I think that right there really is all about like um, being glad that you took that chance to get
Mm-hmm.
out,
Mm-hmm.
from where you are. And I love this next line: the road I'm on is going to turn to sand. And I
Mm.
think that what that means is is this song is really to me is about getting older, and like you said, looking back and maybe having some regrets, or maybe not, regretting anything that you did or missed out on, because I'm a firm believer that the universe puts you where you need to be when you need to be there. Myself,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about the universe has proven to me over and over again that when the opportunity is right, it's going to put it in your way like a roadblock, and you have absolutely no choice but to take that detour that the universe has put in your way. And if you do not take it the first time, then you know what? The next exit is going to be blocked, and you're going to have to take that detour again. Anyway, so you're going to have to do it. And so eventually, all of those roads, I think what he's talking about is like, is in the end, everything turns to sand.
Mm-hmm.
Asphalt's going to wind up being earth again
Mm-hmm.
eventually. And so the
Mm-hmm.
longer that we go, the closer we are to turning back to dust or sand or that
Yeah.
sort of thing, and it's just like, and then he says, "So let me ride the wind till I don't look back, and create
Mm-hmm.
the
I
life
love
that I
that line. Yep.
almost had," and that's great because that's someone who's when we're willing to look back and you know say, "Oh gosh, I wish that I had done
Wished
this or I hadn't
coulda,
done
woulda,
that,"
shoulda.
you lose the moment.
You
You do
do.
not
Do
get
live in
to
the
ride
moment.
that wind.
It's true.
The wind is impulsive and it's going to take you where it wants to take you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And gosh, ride that, till what's behind you is so far behind you that you don't even think about it anymore. That's kind of
Right.
interesting. He has a few little interesting lines in here, where it's almost kind of like um, a dichotomy to me in some of these lines that he's written here
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
about, because he almost starts off regretful. Um, but then it's like, let me ride the wind and not even think about this because I'm going to
Right.
lose the moment, and like you said, may I know whose hand I'm in at the end of it all. I mean, gosh, yeah, we definitely all need to get a clue as to who's in control. I mean,
Yep.
I like to think that I'm in control of mine. And I know you like to think you're in control of yours, but darling, in
I'd
the
like,
end,
but I don't have it. It doesn't
we're
happen
not.
that way. We're not. We're not in
No,
control.
unfortunately, and then oh gosh, and as a songwriter myself, this the longer I run, the less I find, selling my soul for a nickel and a dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes and losing again. Um, yeah, you're right. I mean, we all feel like we're just in this to I don't know. I mean, it can get overwhelming, and you can feel like you're simply just here to work and not
Exactly.
have it could
Got
it
to be
can
fun.
get really overwhelming.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know,
can't say that I had that experience this past weekend. I had a little bit of both, and you
Yikes!
did too.
Oh
And
yes,
so we had a little bit of both of this song this past weekend. We both worked very hard,
yes,
but
we
we
did
also had some pretty bright moments over the weekend. And I think that's also what the song really is about. That the whole,
definitely.
the yin and the yang of what we're all going through is just all over the board. Uh, and I think we're all just here really to ride the wind of it all,
Oh yes.
wherever it's going to take us. And
I gotta say though, as far as like you know being overworked. I mean, I love what I do.
I do
I mean, I love
too.
getting on
We're
stage and
lucky.
entertaining people, and I know you do. Yes, we
We're
are lucky because
lucky.
it doesn't seem like work
I know.
most of the time. Most of the time, but like you said,
Except
you
when I'm
have like
sitting
what
in
you
the
say.
computer. If when I'm sitting at the
Yes,
computer too long, it's not as much fun.
but when you're
Um,
having that human interaction with the people that you're helping,
that's the
with their
best.
wonderful special day,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it's one of my favorite things is when people come up to me and they say, "Oh, this is our first time in Eureka Springs, and thank you so much for giving us throwing us a party."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
By doing your show, and that right there, my gosh, that fills your heart with joy.
that's the best.
I mean, every time when people say that, and um, so I mean, you, I do sometimes look at it as selling my soul for a nickel and a dime, but not
Not all the
often,
way.
honestly. I mean, I was in that space one time when I had a job that I didn't love,
Right.
um,
Oh, well, we've all
and it.
been there.
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. I think everybody has.
I mean, some of us are lucky enough to find that nice balance earlier
Yes.
in life. I think Some of us have to work a little longer to get there.
To
I know,
find
I
it.
know that
Yes,
I did, and thank God it finally came along. Thank you, Eureka Springs, for
absolutely.
being so lovely. I mean, my gosh, this place is just
It's
has been
amazing.
so kind to us
Yeah.
as musically, and so kind to
Wow.
me personally.
Well, I think
And
it
breaking my
speaks
heart to
to.
keep singing these rhymes. Yeah,
I think it speaks to a lot of people's journey, though. To have go through difficult times in their life, maybe a job they don't like, and feeling that moment of that I'm all work and I'm no play. We've all been there. We've all paid our dues. Hopefully, what we all hope for each other is that you do find something that you love. And like I said, you and I are very, very fortunate that we have that a part of our existence here in Eureka Springs.
and
There's a lot
everyone
of
deserves that.
Everybody deserves it. Exactly. Not everybody gets to have it, and you really are lucky and blessed if you have something that you're passionate about and you love, so that you don't feel like you're selling yourself for a nickel and a dime. I only feel like I'm selling myself for a nickel and a dime when I'm doing some of the mundane things that are not interactive with people, because I'm a people person.
Yes.
If I'm not interacting with people, it feels mundane and it's a drag, and it's really hard work sometimes to do some of the things that we have to do on the back end of things that are really not as much fun.
Well,
Everybody
the
has a little bit of
tediousness
that,
of it,
right? The tediousness
the
of it.
tediousness.
Exactly.
I mean, for
Exactly.
you, it's
So,
editing, and
yes,
that sort of
yeah,
thing,
yes.
and I can't imagine, uh, because my whole thing, like for me, the tedious part is load in and load out
Yes, yeah,
at
see?
gigs, and but when I'm on that stage, babe, let me tell you, that is what
Well,
Jackson and I live for,
y'all rip it
is
up.
to
I
see
love
all
it.
those wonderful people out there, and trying to maybe even help people, you know, maybe not feel, maybe to be able to shake off some of like what this song is referencing,
Yes,
um,
yes,
to like help everyone just forget for a little bit, just for just a little tiny bit, just forget the mundane, forget the tediousness,
hmm,
and I don't know, just kind of be thankful for, oh my God, all the really great things that we have, because it could always be so very much worse than what we
yes,
have going on.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. We're very blessed. And I wanted to just also just to take a moment to actually, this song really, I'm glad that I was able to share this with you, and to give that whole contrast of where we are here in our life here in Eureka Springs. The escapism of people that come to Eureka Springs, a lot of times people wander through Eureka Springs and they come here every weekend. They're looking for, um, you know, they're looking for that red wine to to come through their veins and
Yes.
enjoy themselves and to relax, and perhaps ride the sail over to finding joy in their life. And we're just grateful that people choose Eureka Springs
Oh my
to
gosh, yes, and it's
explore
so
that.
important. Everyone needs to realize that it is so important to just take a minute
Come on
and
over and enjoy yourself.
just breathe and let it go for a weekend. I mean, if
Yes,
you don't, then there's going to be wind up being nothing left of you in the end if you don't take a moment
that's right.
and just breathe and forget the tediousness of everyday life
Breathe.
and just enjoy the moment.
Ride the sails into your life, and I think that's a good lesson for us all, and perhaps even for us, Kenny. And
Oh
those
yes,
of
and we
those
forget
of
that, don't we?
we forget that, and so you're a giver, and you give people a good
Absolutely,
time
as
every
are you.
weekend, and I want to give a shout out for those who are listening. If you're a part of the Eureka Springs tourism industry, I would like to encourage you guys to go and listen to this song, and remember to carve out a little bit of your time in the next few weeks or months ahead. Tourism is on fire here in Eureka Springs, and a lot of people are burning the candle at both ends. And I just want to send out a message to our industry here. Make sure this season that you don't have any regrets at the end of the season, and make some time for yourself. Make sure you
Self
carve
care.
out make sure you carve out a little bit of time to make sure this road is one that is enjoyable for you and your family as well. It's a nice reminder to give yourself permission to do so. So,
I think a lot of us here think on the line of, okay, it's season, we got to go, 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 go,
I
go, and
know,
we can
right?
rest come wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really the case. I've noticed in these past. Well, I mean, it's not really slowed down.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I mean, we had that little hit with the COVID,
Yeah.
but before that, man, those 2 years before that it was year round,
Yes. Yeah, it was.
and there was no time to rest. So you've got to, and I think that's probably what's going to happen this year too.
I think so
So
too.
yes, take a moment. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's a Tuesday. You know,
Yep.
sit back, have a day off, man. I mean, you've got to do it. Otherwise, there's going to be
Yep.
nothing left of you. So,
That's right. Well, let's hope that everyone is able to do that this season in our industry here in the tourism industry, and to find time and carve it out and do what you can. Go and play tourist somewhere else. Be a tourist somewhere else
yes,
yourself. And Anyway, I just wanted to share this song with folks out there.
I love it.
It might have been weepy, but it sounded a little encouraging to me also, just to think about what we really need to do in our life, and that is to
Yes.
what we really need to do.
I
So,
think what touched me and made me weepy on this was this guy. I mean, you guys really need to listen to this song. He has got such an amazingly, just his voice, the way he presents himself is
oh,
is
and the
just
coup.
so,
Yes.
yeah,
Did you hear the
absolutely. And
guitar in this part
it's
too? The
it's
the
gorgeous,
guitar
gorgeous,
in
and it's so
here.
simple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love the
You play the
simplicity of what he
guitar,
does,
don't
simply
you?
because he doesn't overrun it with vocals. I do, yeah, yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, I like to play the wine glass more than anything, but yeah, I do play the guitar. Um, but what he did with the song, though, I think was the guitar is so simple, and actually the melody line is so simple. So he let
Mm-hmm.
his storytelling shine
He
through
did.
on this in
He
such a
did.
way that it's so understated, but it's so powerful. And I thank you for sharing this with me, Melody. It was
Yeah.
such a great. I'm always happy to see what you're going to bring forward. And I want to say something too. You guys who are out there listening to us or watching us, a couple of weeks ago I was playing a show, and I had a couple who came in, and we had done I think it may have been our first episode. We had done a Terry Reid song, "To Be Treated
Oh
Right,"
yeah. Yeah.
and I had a fellow approach me, and he said, my wife and I watch the Melody Monday podcast, and we love what you guys do. And would you please play that Terry Reid song if you can?
Oh, that's cool.
And so,
That's
oh my
cool.
gosh, it was so sweet, for
That's
someone
awesome.
and flattering for someone to come and say, we actually like dissecting songs and listening to you guys dissect songs and give your take on songs. And so if you guys see us out and about playing, I'm working on to where we can do a lot of these songs
That's good. That's
live,
cool. That'd be
um, so
awesome.
that we can actually pull that off. We've already got several of them down where we can actually like throw them out there if people ask for them. So
Oh, that's so neat.
I just want to
That
encourage you
makes
guys
me
to come up
so
and say hi,
happy.
and yeah,
That
yeah, it's
makes
just
me so
it's a good little
happy.
thing for it's a treat for us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because sometimes as a player, you get to looking for new songs, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
you get yourself stuck for ideas. And what we do
You
here,
do.
you throw in new songs at me every week, or me throwing songs at you. It just does nothing but broaden everyone's horizons, and I think that's a great thing to do
Yeah. Hey, and I was just,
in our lives.
I had one of my favorite times and one of my favorite get together. Here's a little party tip for you guys out there that are listening. One of my favorite parties that I ever went to was a very small, intimate group of us. It's about, I don't know, about 5 or 6 of us together. And we all got a Bluetooth speaker out. Here's a cool party the next time you get friends together. We got a Bluetooth speaker out. We all had our iPhones. And we each went around the room and we each picked a song and played it. And the intention was that you picked a song, and before you played it, you told everybody why you liked it.
Nice.
And then you played it. And oh my God, it's part of the inspiration for the show, actually,
Nice.
was because we had the utmost fantastic time. Sometimes we got up and danced. sometimes we sat and wept and cried during it, and then we would get back up and dance, and it was just an interesting party just to listen to everybody's take on what their newest favorite song was. It was really cool. So anyway, just a little party.
I love that
tidbit.
idea.
Yeah, it was fun. So we got some
a
people
great
that are
idea.
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. So we've got some folks that are watching us. Kenny Ray, Lynette Lowe is watching. She says, "Love you both." Oh, Lynette, we love you too, darling.
Oh,
Hadn't seen you in a while.
She is nothing but love.
She is nothing but the charmer, isn't she? I love her. And she's
she
quite the
voice.
entertainer herself. She sings herself. She's a fun
Yes,
person.
she does.
Love you, Lynette. Thanks for watching, girl. And here's another comment from someone's watching us, Sheila Rice. I love listening to you too. Well, thank you, Sheila. Thanks for tuning in and watching us. We appreciate
I love you,
that.
Sheila.
Thanks. Appreciate the comment.
We missed you guys this weekend.
They didn't get to see you? No? Okay. All right.
No,
all right. Okay, so here's the deal. We're ready for our month end for March for our giveaway. And so all the folks that watch us either live or on replay, we have put all your names in a jar, and I picked one early this morning from the jar of all the people that have made comments on our Melodye Monday segments. And here is our winner. This is for our $10 Apple gift card that we're giving away, and I will contact this person individually through Messenger to let them know that they have won the gift here. And our winner is Wesley Cleston Drummond. So Wesley, I will be contacting you, Wesley, to get your email address so that I can officially send you your $10 gift card. Is he watching? Look at him. Here he is.
He probably is.
You are watching, Wesley.
Hey,
Well, thanks, Wesley. Thanks for joining us. You won the $10 gift card, sweetheart. Congrats. I bet he's going to go
see you tomorrow, Wesley.
I bet he's going to go buy all the music that we've talked about. What do you think?
He probably will.
He probably won't. Yeah. But that's all right. Wesley, he says, "Yay, I win." Yay, Wesley. All right. So we're going to continue that little giveaway. So if you're watching us today, we've started the clock again. So we'll start this for April. And at the end of April, we will give away a $10 gift card. I just pull the names from all the people that have made comments and draw it out of the jar. And that's how you won, Wesley. All right.
And we love all of y'all.
We love everyone that watches us. And thank you for watching. And if you've got a song you want us to dive deep in and just discuss or bring to everybody else's attention, let Kenny Ray or I know.
We are always open to suggestion.
Maybe we should just have a guest submission day instead of just being
I think that's a great idea.
Perhaps. Let's give
so
that
bring
some
a suggestion,
thought.
kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kenny Ray, will you be playing this coming up weekend? What's going to be your deal?
I think that I've got the weekend off. Which is a rarity. But last weekend was a little taxing, and this boy's getting older, so I may actually have some of that self-care and self-love that we were talking about earlier. This weekend for myself, and I may just actually pretend to be a civilian for a change, and be a tourist in my own town.
Well, I'm glad you're going to speak up and do that. That's good. Good for you. All right, so those that are watching, if you are kind of wondering about some of the things that happen here in Eureka Springs and how you would find out all the schedule of wonderful music and events and attractions and that sort of thing, you can always go to Eureka Springs channel and click on the community calendar. We try to keep up with everything that's happening and put it on the calendar so that you can get a itinerary for the week and for the weekend. So just dive into that calendar and make your plans to come here to Eureka Springs.
And there's something for everyone.
Oh gosh, there is for everyone.
Every weekend. Melodye, you live here just like I do, and I've said this since the moment I moved here. Living in Eureka Springs is like being on vacation every day of my life.
Yes. It is.
So thank you, universe. Thank you, Eureka Springs.
Thank you. Thank goodness we're here. Thank goodness we found Eureka Springs.
Exactly.
Or maybe it found us.
It did.
I'm not sure. It called us in. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching us. Thanks, Kenny Ray. I love you. Thank you for
I love you
joining me
too.
to have some fun. And I guess let's go with it. You're next. To pick out the
I'm
next
hooked.
song. Okay. And then maybe the next time we will let the viewers pick a song. We'll see
I
how it
think it's a great
works.
idea. Yes,
All
let's see
right.
how that goes out.
All right.
I love you, darling. Love you
Bye,
guys.
hun. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Love Kenny Ray, and thanks for joining us again. And don't forget to go to our channel, Eureka Springs channel, go to the community challenge, the community calendar there. If you're watching us on Facebook, remember that our Facebook page is the new page. Don't make me roll my eyes. That hacker in Asia. Lord, I hate you. There's karma for you somewhere. I just know it. Okay, so the new channel is called the Eureka Springs channel until we get that all sorted out. Thanks for watching us, and please like and share and follow us on this new Facebook page. And the same channel is still there on YouTube. Just look up Eureka Springs channel on YouTube. Thanks for watching us again today. We appreciate you, and we hope you guys have a great week, and we hope to see you this week or this weekend. See you later.